man want to work their ass off, take care of the family, and got to come home and fight with his wife. You know, after working 10, 12 hours at a job that you fighting to get a raise at. You know, and then we trying to figure out, okay, did I marry this chick too fast? You know, did I let her rush me into marriage? And now I'm finna get a divorce for a woman who ain't never paid a bill in the household, but she want to take half of everything, and they gonna take half of my pension.
Yeah, that stuff like that will really ruin your health.
Yeah,
because it's like I give credit to the guys who can get married multiple times, because I've never been married, but I always say to myself, I'm a one shot man.
Yes, yeah.
I'm not infinite, but you ain't got to worry about being my groom or best man 5, 6 times.
No,
one time. And if that shit don't work, I'm done. I don't have the emotional capacity to keep trying and try, because I already got this I don't want to be bothered mentality.
Yeah.
So for me to do it, I'm like I'm taking a chance.
Yeah.
It's like because as I got older, I become very selfish with my emotions.
Yeah.
And I didn't even, it was funny, I was having a conversation with my homeboy, and that was the first time I ever said that. And I was like, whoa. You know how you say something, you be like, I didn't think of it, but you say it's like revelation. I've become very selfish in my ways. I'm a giving person, but I realize my emotion is when you give it out, it's hard because you give up yourself.
You give up yourself, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why sometimes it's hard for me to deal with a woman that may have children. Not that I think it's a bad thing, because I'm from a single parent household, so I can never frown on it.
Yeah.
It's never that. But sometimes I think like, damn, I know it may. When I was younger, I used to think it was about the money.
Yeah.
Like, man, I'm gonna have to take care of the kid. But now I realize it's not just that. It's like I'm gonna have to be there for the kid emotionally.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I want to sacrifice my emotions in that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then another thing, even though this is kind of off topic, women have this thing where they, you know how women is, you know, the comedians, they joke, female comedians, oh, we know we want you as soon as you walk in the door. You know, we know we want to thank. And I told a female, look, man is the same way.
Yeah.
I said, and I told a female, I said, look here. I said, let me tell you something about a man. A man will walk in a room full of women. He'll look at her and be like, I'll let her give me head. I'll fuck her.
Yeah.
If she pay my bills, I'll fuck with her. Her right there, I want to go with her.
Yeah.
And he will let her give him head, fuck her in the dark, let her pay his bills, and when that bitch there decides she want him, he'll leave all of them for her.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Now, am I right?
Yeah.
And that's why I said the same way they think they got said we the same way. Don't think a man ain't no different.
Yeah.
A lot of times so a lot of times when they try to hold out with sex, that ain't gonna make it no better, because if he already decided he don't want you,
yeah,
it ain't gonna matter. You just prolonging the inevitable.
Exactly.
That's true.
Yeah. It's like Thanos with the Infinity Stone.
Yeah.
You know what? If I want it, bang.
That's when you were saying about, I remember it probably was a previous episode that you did about and also the NFL stars did it well. Their wives were saying how the husbands aren't able to spend enough time with them.
Yeah.
And these are high profile athletes, so they constantly watching film, constantly training. They got to do certain things that requires a large portion of their time in order for them to keep their significant other in that lifestyle that they're living. Well, before, the case in which I dealt with that in my relationship that I am in now, man, when I made a decision that, I wanted to better myself and go to school and picked up the electrical trade, man, it was a time, man, where I was waking up maybe about at 5 o'clock in the morning, to be to school, the trade school by 7. I leave there at 1:50, have to work from 3 to 11. And that's what my day consists of, like, for a whole year. I'm doing that 5, sometimes 6 days a week, because there was not a day where I didn't have something to do. If school was Monday through Friday, and my work schedule kind of covered the rest of the week. And some days I did both. It's kind of like having 2 jobs or whatever. Yeah. And that was an effort to better myself. And, my significant other, my girlfriend, she was telling me about how, When I got home, I was always tired. I was sleepy, and this and that,
third
third.
was lacking.
Yeah, and I was just like, listen, this isn't a process for me better myself. I thought she should understand that, or she would understand that. And it got to the point where it was causing more stress, because it's not like, and I was paying for the schooling, with the help of my family. I'm paying for this out of my pocket.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're getting, any assistance to where, okay, if you fail, okay, it's not.
So
it's
you
not
gotta
my money.
make. You gotta make.
I gotta
it work.
make this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want. We're not just throwing away money. So, and I remember, my instructor told me, he's like, listen, something's going to have to give, because one thing can't neglect the other. But in a sense, if you're really going to dedicate your life to this trade and become the best that you possibly can be and push it to the limit, there's a good chance of the person that you started this with, you're not going to end up with that person, because they're not really going to understand.
Nah.
Most of them, or some of them, not going to understand the time and the effort that you're dedicating to this. They're going to realize that the time that they're not getting, and it's going to stress you out. It got to the point where, it was stressing me out,
And it goes to this for most women. Most women want a man that can take care of them. But they don't want that man to be working so many hours a week.
And the two is not going. The two don't.
They don't coexist. Because, for one, you don't work, you don't eat. That's number one.
Right.
They want to live a certain lifestyle, but they want that man to be under them 24/7. That can't work.
No, it can't. No.
Unless you want unless you want a broke man to be up under you,
Right.
then he ain't gonna put in the hours to better himself with his job or with his trade or go to school.
Yeah.
You can't have both. You got to have.
It's a sacrifice.
It's a sacrifice, and a lot of these women, they don't understand that. It's a sacrifice. You want this and you want that, but then you want me to be under you.
I can't be in two places at one time.
You want me to be broke and under you? Either way, it ain't gonna work. You gonna get rid of me because I'm broke. I can't take you out. We can't do this. We can't go to dinner. We can't go to movies. Yeah, you not gonna want that. So you gonna have to make up your mind.
It puts the stress and the pressure back on us, though, or me, I should say, on me, because it's kind of like, okay, what am I can't neglect this because I done started this, and I hate starting something and not finishing. But I can see, you know what I'm saying, I can see the forest through the trees, you know what I'm saying? I can see the bigger picture. I can see further down the road and how good it will be.
That's just the thing about it. Once you see what you're gonna get at the end of that rainbow, it outweighs what you feel for her. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a tough decision that you gotta make, especially if you love that person. But if she can't see that you're trying to better yourself, to not only better yourself, but to give her a better life as well. Once you finish school and you making all this type of money because you finished school, you got a certificate where you can get top dollars in your trade. If she can't see that, man, don't stress yourself, man, because they're gonna end up hurting your school. You feel me?
Yeah.
They're gonna end up hurting your job performance. You gotta sometimes you gotta let people go. One thing a OG told me one time. He said, everybody who started at that starting line with you ain't gonna be there at the finish line.
Yeah.
You gotta let some people go. No matter how much you love them. That's from family, that's from friends, that's from women. You gotta let them go. Everybody ain't meant to finish that race with you. And when that person's showing that type of selfishness,
that's what I was about to say. It's selfish. You're not thinking about the big picture.
You're not thinking about the big picture. You gotta let them go. Because I'm gonna tell you what they got. They already got in their mind. If he don't change it up, I already got this dude over here on the sideline who already been in my ear. And then now that's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, now that put emotional duress on you.
It's gonna fuck you up because now you like, man, I've been faking to this girl, busting my ass, doing this, doing that. You got to make that. You got to cut that person out before she even make that decision. And it's the crazy part. It's crazy. It's life, and it happens, man. I done been through it, man. I know. I done been through it, bro. I done been through it. When I was out there selling dope, I had all this money, man. All this and that, man. I was messing with this one girl, man. When she seen I wasn't making that type of money no more, when I stopped selling dope, man, her whole attitude changed. It fucked me up. I was fucked up from it. But me, I should have saw it coming. You feel me? I let that fake love, that love she was giving me wasn't authentic at all. And I fell for it.